Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Firefighters called to this building to put out a fire on Detroit's west side. They find this, a grow operation, but it's all been left behind.
Temperatures in the city going to hang around 40 degrees, but a lot of us getting frost potentially tonight. We'll look at who's under the gun.
Okay, Ben, and a mail carrier manages to fight off a vicious two-dog attack in northern Macomb County before bravely driving herself to safety.
We're going to begin with breaking news here at 5. Major trouble for the afternoon drive. Southbound I-75 shut down right now at Rochester Road, and that's because of a crash that involved several cars. It is right in the construction zone, making it even more difficult for commuters right now. We still wait a word on, well, not only what started it, but how long it'll be before the freeway is back open. Updates coming just as soon as we can get them here. But if that is a part of your Friday afternoon drive, you're going to want to make alternate plans. It's a mess right now. Our other top story at this hour, a postal worker viciously attacked by two dogs. She was in her vehicle putting mail into a mailbox when the dogs jumped through an open window.
Yeah, just unbelievable here. It happened this afternoon on Claymore Drive, right in the area of DeQuinder and 32 Mile Road. Paula Tutman is there tonight. Paula, any update on how she's doing?
Yeah, so I got a call, I want to say about an hour and a half ago from the mail carrier's husband. He was at the hospital, Henry Ford Macomb, and he's at the moment she's being triaged for possible surgery. In the meantime, the dogs have been confiscated with the help of the dog owners, and their future is very much up in the air. The mail carrier tells her husband she was leaning into the mailbox from the open window of her mail truck when in an instant she was fighting off a vicious dog attack.
She pulled up to a delivery and the door was closed, the window was open. She's putting the mail in, ready to deliver. The dog went through the window, grabbed her by the arm. She jumped up and grabbed her by her leg.
The mail carrier, identified only as D by her husband, found the wherewithal to drive a mile away to a trusted neighbor where she was able to honk her horn and scream for help.
We tore her clothing, from the knee down. It was all ripped and really bad. They were bad.
At the home on Claymore in Washington Township, what appeared to be a bit of a tense standoff between dogs, Macomb Sheriff deputies, and animal control before the owners arrived to assist. Macomb County Animal Control Chief Randazzo says he believes both dogs participated in the attack, and now an investigation begins. Both dogs are current on shots. Both dogs ostensibly were on their property, properly restrained by an invisible barrier fence. And so during their 10-day quarantine, questions the investigation will need to ferret out will indeed be if the dogs are a danger to others and need to be put down, or if there are mitigating circumstances that will spare them. And so you can obviously see there's still a great deal of investigation that needs to be done. And oh my gosh, we certainly wish that mail carrier well. Guys, back to you, and apologies for the laryngitis.
Oh yeah, no apology necessary, Paula. Take care of yourself. And as she said, thinking all good thoughts for that mail carrier. Wow. Well, wait until after Mother's Day. You've heard that before. That is the general rule when it comes to planting annuals in the garden, because you and I have been championing
We've been talking about it. That's what they say, and it sure is sounding like words to live by this spring. Let's get over to Ben, who's talking frost, Ben? No way.
Kim and Devin, if you jump the gun, you may pay for it tonight because there is a frost advisory in effect for most of the area. This does not include the city of Detroit, Wayne County, Monroe, and Lenawee not included, but all of these blue-shaded counties. Overnight tonight, temperatures down close enough to freezing that we could be seeing frost in spots. The other story we're watching this weekend is that flood warning that continues for the southern part of St. Clair County. The St. Clair River is expected to rise substantially, in the words of river forecasters, this weekend. So for Marine City, Algonac, Pearl Beach, Harson's Island, be on the lookout as we head towards Mother's Day that there could be a significant rise in the river there. Also, we've got Race for the Cure on Saturday. It's going to be a cool start, but all the sunshine this weekend is going to be right there at the start of the race. We'll show you what else is to come for Mother's Day weekend just ahead. Devin?
Well, right now on Detroit's west side, this building that burned overnight being secured 14 hours after being left wide open. But inside, rows of marijuana plants. As Sean Lay shows us, it is raising a lot of questions, among them why the plants were left and why the building was left wide open.
The guys clearing out this building said, come on in, bring your camera, take a look. So we did. Follow me this way. Firefighters got in here last night. They put the fire out, and then they discovered this, a grow operation right back here where the fire started. And as you can see, the whole thing has been left here. All the plants, nothing taken for evidence. 2 men removing grow operation equipment at this building on Burwood tore out of here fast when our cameras arrived. But one did offer this comment to us.
It was just a small grow up. It was legal.
The fire started in the front of the building, likely from an illegal power hookup inside. Firefighters opened the door to this. Marijuana plants growing in one room, plants harvested in another. Now they spotted hazards like chemicals and fertilizers. They backed out and Detroit police was called in to investigate. Here's that building today left wide open for anyone to go inside, and rows of marijuana plants still here. DPD responded overnight and made a report, then left. We're told the building owner is responsible for securing the building, but there is no owner in sight. Detroit police investigated again and found that the grow operation is legal. 14 hours later, after the fire, police narcotics investigators returned this afternoon along with a crew to secure the building. Back here live now again, Detroit police say this operation is legal, but it is up to the owner to finally secure the building. That's what we're seeing right now. The big garage door, the windows, everything, and also secure the plants that were left inside. As far as that illegal electrical hookup, that's been turned over to DTE to investigate. We're live on the west side tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4.
What a scene. All right, Sean. Well, hours of panic this morning as police frantically search for a missing 2-year-old boy.
This is video of Detroit police finding the boy safe a little after 10 this morning, wearing a winter coat, lying under leaves in a neighbor's yard. The question police are now asking, how was he able to get away in the first place? Priya Mann reports from the home on Melville Street in southwest Detroit.
The father tells Detroit police he was walking to a nearby McDonald's at around midnight with his 2-year-old son when it started to rain. So they took cover on the porch of a vacant home. The dad says when he woke up, his boy was gone.
It just don't sound right. It's kind of hard to believe. It's something, it's not right about that at all.
Police searched for a missing 2-year-old boy Friday morning in southwest Detroit. By this point, the child had been outside for hours.
We had a lot of resources come down into the area. We began canvassing. We had our K-9 unit out, our aviation, different resources, and just search for this child.
The child was reported missing around 6 Friday morning in the area of 4th Street and Springwells. As the clock continued to tick, police expanded their perimeter. Hours later, an officer recanvassing a vacant lot next to the home where the child was last seen made a miraculous discovery.
He had wandered away from his father, apparently, and kind of burrowed himself into a pile of leaves and brush. Child had a good coat on, and I think that with that, he looks like he's going to be okay.
A tense scene turned joyful as the little boy seemed alert and unharmed. He was taken to the hospital as a precaution.
I'm very, very happy that we found this child alive and well. A little boy, a little kid should not be out at midnight. Of course, that's just good parenting to have your kid at home in bed. So there's some problems on the adult here. So I'm angered by that, but I'm more than happy that we found this a good resolution.
Diligent, good old-fashioned police work paid off. Unsung heroes saved this precious baby boy.
It's amazing that he was alive for him to be out there like that. It was just sad that, 2-year-old had to go through something like that.
Now, the boy's father was detained but has not been charged at this time. CPS now investigating. Reporting live from DPD headquarters, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, now to questions about high turnover in leadership positions at Detroit Public Schools.
It involves approximately 30 newly opened positions for principals and other administrators. Our Larry Spruill shows us what's happening and what the district has to say about it.
It's a shift in leadership at several schools within Detroit Public Schools. This week, the district posted more than 30 leadership positions on the public schools website. At least 16 job openings are principals.
It seems to be rather high.
Terrence Martin with Detroit Federation of Teachers tells me the shakeup at the schools are causing concerns with the teachers he represents.
Well, it's just a level of uncertainty. And as I stated, a lot of our teachers are looking to either stay at the buildings that they're at or transfer to other schools.
Local 4 learned some of the principals leaving are from schools like Detroit International Academy for Young Women and Emerson Elementary Middle, just to name a few.
I understand that the district is going through a transition period now, but we certainly want to make sure that for the future that we are stabilizing our workforce.
The school district describes the changes as a reform process, and over the past 2 years, there have been nearly 30 new principals placed in DPSCD schools. A spokesperson with the district emailed me this statement. It says, in part, the upcoming principal changes are not associated with terminations, nor were terminations associated with the district positions posted. The school board would not be taking action on separations. Depending on the school, individual principals have decided to retire or resign. And we just got another statement just in from the school district, and I'm going to read that in part to you. It says that some principals resigned and others retired. Upon resigning or retiring, the district provided principals with a portion of their previously earned sick and vacation days. We will have both statements in its entirety on our website, clickondetroit.com. We are live tonight. Larry Sproul, Local 4.
Okay, Larry, thank you. And this story came to us as a tip from a viewer. If you have something you think we should check out, send us an email to news@wdiv.com or go to clickondetroit.com/contact.
This afternoon, Governor Whitmer signed a bill forgiving those extra snow days this winter. The bill forgives the days off that occurred when the state of Michigan was under a state of emergency due to extreme cold weather from January 29th through February 1st.